So I'm walking in to a new area here. I know the area. I'm not far from the highway to my right. I'm at the very beginning. See, I know I have been up there in the snow. We had a snowball thrown at Callie and Dan up around this corner during the winter. You can check Colorado Forest People for that video. I'm pretty sure that's he put that up on YouTube, the actual snowball being thrown. And I'm getting there now. See a little break there. You guys, Patreon. I want to get that rolling a little bit. I've had some people helping me already. I appreciate it, you guys, so much. Not $1 that money will ever be spent on anything except like bills or gas or a camera or, you know, anything like that. I'm not going to like go to Vegas, you know, with my Patreon money. You know, it's not going to happen. I want to assure you guys that. I think you all know that, but there would be no abuse of those funds in any way. Kind of hard at $200 a month right now, but if it does get up to where I need it, it'll all be used wisely, I promise. All right, I'm trying to look for a way in. I do see something. You know what? Let's wait, because I'm seeing something here on the left. I don't have a pole today, so I'm just holding my camera. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, I want to get this Patreon thing going. I'm going to get a lot of videos for these guys. There's just one up there now. It's just a scouting video. It shows this teepee that's up there. By the way, guys, the Patreon people only know I shot that video for you guys. I was in that ravine, zooming a mile up that way. And I can get up there, I figured out from now. I found a way in here, but I don't have time today. It's already 2:30. So it'll take me a few hours, I think, to find that place from here. And it's straight uphill. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm seeing some kind of a mess over here. What is this? This is the one problem, you guys, about Bigfoot, and it's, I was talking to Dan. I stopped by Dan's work today, and we were discussing a few spots that, you know, would be good to look at now while it's, you know, we still have all this snow up high. It's 75 right here, you guys, right now, and you go up there another few thousand feet, and there's still 4 feet of snow. You see this? Looks a little fishy to me. Isn't it? There's an X. It's shabby, but I don't know. That one's just kind of hanging in the air. I got other X's here. This could be good. Let me get in here a little bit. Oh, so I was talking to Dan. This is right around this corner is where they had to throw a snowball thrown at them. You guys, you can believe that if you want. If you don't, it's fine. We don't make stuff up here. I mean, we are probably three of the most honest guys that you will ever run into. Like, we would never lie to you guys about that kind of thing. In fact, I think he's got it on video. Pretty good picture there. Good little structure. Structures here. Coming up from the river. That's how I went in the wintertime. I went right up here. I don't even remember that video. I don't know what it's called. It was pretty good though. Had some good stuff going on that day. Whew. Got a deer. All right, I'll tell you the dance stuff later. Let me get. I don't want to waste your time. Let me get a little further. Look at this. These are just stuck in here. There's tons of them. And over there. I don't know why. It's interesting. Leaner's there. Whew. Brutal. All right, so I'm kind of walking. I have a feeling people walk in here on this part, you know, sometimes like a dog or something. You're actually not allowed to bring a dog here right now because of the moose or mating and stuff. Leader's there. So you can tell, you know, even when walking in, I'm thinking it's very few people. I kind of drove through like this neighborhood that goes up on this mountain to get here. So I'm guessing at some point, you know, some of them might come down here, but I'm thinking it's limited to hardly any traffic at all. I'm gonna try to get to this over here without going straight. Now I know it's good up there, a mile, but I don't feel like rushing today because it's getting late and I wouldn't have the time. So I might come back in the morning and get up there. You guys, a lot of days, you know, you see a day like, oh, there's no video. You know, there's a lot of this. I gotta, to show you guys the best stuff, I gotta do this a lot. So be patient with me. I'll always find it. And I always know where it is. It's just, I'm really trying to cover everything. And it's the only way to really completely educate myself. I'm trying to leave like no stone unturned, basically. And it's taking a long time. You know, I did a video over there, and there went a few of them on that ridge. It's insane over there in those woods. And I'm right here. And that highway just split us, you know, split me, these woods from those. So years ago, you know, these woods would have been a part of those. All right, over now, I'm gonna get over here. See, as always, I believe it's, that X would be, you know, from down there, from walking up. It's saying go behind me. And, you know, without fail. I mean, there's no doubt that they made that X right there. Where is it? I'm trying to get a picture of it. How do I know? Well, first of all, it's symmetrical. It's just perfect. Secondly, I know exactly where I am, in a sense. And third, I got a huge X, whoa, that you can't see yet, up here. That looks to be really good. Move the camera on until I get there. See, you guys can see, you're seeing a bunch of deadfall, a bunch of crap. There's an X right there. I didn't even see that one. Look at that. Covering from this way, probably so you can probably see that X from that hill, where that is an infestation of Sasquatch over there. X coming up the hill, and there's another one over here somewhere. Here's the thing, guys. Oh yeah, that's what me and Dan were talking about. Here's the woods, okay? This is the best place for wind. This is an open area. We're on the other side of here. And there's no better place for wind to create structures, right? Or something that looks like one. And there's nothing. And it's the same thing everywhere until you get high enough. It's always strategic. It's always almost impossible to get to. And a place where people don't go. And then all of a sudden the wind makes good structures. Come on. It's so common sense and so easy. You know, these woods are it's not hard to believe that these woods are going to be used, okay? There's the majority of the United States is forest compared to where we live. It's not going to waste. They're using this. I saw there's another incredible X. And I'm sure if I keep going, which I think I'm gonna, because I don't know any better. I'll come to some stuff. But it's going to be a mile up, unfortunately. There's this incredible X somewhere up here. I can't see it from this angle. All right, let me get up there. It's funny, I sat down just to rest for a second. It's a really steep hill. I didn't even see it coming up. Look at that. There's an X there, X there. I'm sitting right underneath it. I'm like this little perch. Again, you'll have, you know, some kind of worn out areas all around where the structure is. And it's not a blockage of sun or anything like that. It's something tearing this up. You can see these weeds grow no matter what, unless something is not letting it. And I do think there's areas like this with game, you know, but not underneath the X's. You know, not underneath that. Those are the only dirt spots I'd look at. Because I have proof, you know, I got some evidence, let's put it that way. Look, again, right to the B, like as always. As always. An X, that's actually a really pretty structure. All right, I'm gonna continue on. So I just came out of this really cool, I mean, it's like a overlook, I would call it. Like once, I should have filmed it, but once you're, you know, on this edge right here, it just goes straight down and you have this incredible view and it's just worn out all over there. You know, I'm not see stuff like that and then like this. Because what this is, it's like, it's literally in that, a, you know, mixture of an aspen and pine, which you don't see too much. I mean, it does happen, of course, but they tend to take over either way, it seems like. I also have, you know, just giant disturbances here. Can't see, you know, I can't swear it's a footprint, but it really looks like it is. I've seen quite a few, actually. Seeing this, you know, just screet type of stuff. You know, I'm literally like half aspen, half pine. It's pretty cool. I do not think this is their favorite. I think if, based on my experience only, they don't spend a lot of time in the aspen. I mean, yeah, in the aspens, because there's something about them they don't care about. I mean, it's not as dense and thick either. All right, let me get through here. Different in here. It's really weird in here. I'll show you. I can see it from here. Look. Another aspen pine combo. See the bend? You know it's them when it, you know, look at the bottom, there's something going on too. Leaner up there. It's really different. I can clearly, man, I'm still trying to figure out if I can do it. But right at the top of these rocks is where the pines begin. Like it becomes full pines. I can already see the structures beginning, stuff like that. I'm gonna have to look in here. I do not have my gun on me. Well, I have a gun, but it's in my backpack. There's clearly just like, you know, that's where they look down from. And behind them is where just Structure City begins. Today's just an investigation, you guys. Bear with me. I got less than 3 weeks left. I will be in my best Holy Cross Wilderness areas. And I'm guessing in and around the same time, Bigfoot universe. So just bear with me, guys. This is all important to me. It's not as fun, for sure. I'm not having fun right now. You can see what I'm talking about? There's like, you know, it's just coming straight across at the top. Of course, there was some new stuff or last year or whatever done, like a tree stuck with it or something. And you know, by seeing this, let's take a closer look at this. This is actually really interesting. Look at this. You know, they love to use the ones that are, it's almost like they did that a long time ago and then came back and got it when it was time. And I'll tell you, that aspen they're using is still alive. I think this was done like this year, I think. You know, stacks next to each other. It's definitely a little bit of a different feeling. I don't have like, you know, goosebumps or any feelings in here. But they're here. Like I said, we've had a snowball thrown at Callie and Dan right over there. All right, let me get through here. I haven't heard a thing, not a sound today at all. It's not a huge surprise to me because I'm lower than I need to be. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but as these pines start to begin, it's where they really love it. And then, you know, if I was just to go, honestly, even just a few hundred more yards up, I would be in some really good structures. But I'm already a mile up, and it's really steep. Look at this. See, that's what I was talking about. Oh, please don't go up there. I might have to go up there. I'm trying to reach this clearing that's somewhere over here. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I have no water on me. I have it on my bike, but usually I'm pretty good. But I've realized that once it's over 75 degrees, you really need it because I'm sweating. Oh yeah, this is them. Okay, cool. This is awesome. I just walked into this one with the camera on. Look how it just transformed to this kind of forest, right? The green grass out of that aspen, crazy aspen stuff. And I'm already getting, you know, what looks to be like some action. See how they're all twisted at the top? See, even when you see something like that where it looks like everything blew over by the wind, you got a bend in front, and then you got them all twisted at the top, or, you know, tucked in together, or whatever you want, however you want to put it. And then, even if I was still questioning that one a little bit, all I have to do is look over here, and then I know for sure. Oh yeah, and up and beyond too. It just doesn't stop. That looks like it's newer. This is blatant. It goes right across. I don't know if you see this game trail right here. It appears to be a game trail. It's very thin, but definitely worn in, and it just covers right across it. I see that happen quite a bit on the human trails and the game trails. Oh man, that's good up there. Maybe I will have to push up. All right, let me figure out where I am, how much time I got. Be right back. Man, there's some really good stuff up there. I'm so close to where I need to be, but yet I gotta start getting out of here because I haven't had any water in about 4 or 5 hours. Wow, look at this hangout. Guys, check this out. Now I gotta show you this X that's over there. It's gonna blow your mind, actually. It really is. Let me give you a sneak peek at this X, and then we'll walk over there. Look at that. It's so blatant. I know that's my word lately. I'll have a new one soon. See this? Look at the hangouts. This could be game, actually. All right, we get some cookies. Snackwells. Because here's a game trail, and then boom, you get this huge, like crazy torn up area. and then a game trail going out of it. So this could very well be, you know, maybe game stopping or whatever. And then notice, yeah, there's structure over there, but there's no giant X above it or no structure around it. You know, so to me that I'm going to go ahead and say that's game, because got a heel right there. And there's like impressions all over this hill. All right, let's go look at this X. That's just too good. Look at that. That's what you gotta be careful of right there. I stepped there, all that bark just slid down. You fall, there's like a stick sticking up and you're dead. Or you're sitting up here for 3 days until you die. Slowly. The good thing here is that I do have cell. This is miles down Predator Hill. Yeah, I figured you guys would enjoy hear me eating my cookies. Sorry, I'm not trying to be Rio. No offense, Rio. With your soup or whatever. That one time I was laughing. Oatmeal. Oh yeah, this is good. This is weird in here. It's real open. You know how open it is in here? Real sunny. And really steep. Here's another one of those things. We see these too much. I see other people that have them too. Just a big clump of like craziness. Whew. I see an incredible X in the middle. I left them granola bars over there. That is so blatant. Look at that. All I know is going down is going to be horrible, because what I did, I parked somewhere down there. I'm not even sure where I am based on where I parked, but somewhere down there I walked all the way. And what happens is this mountain kind of goes down and meets, like, I don't know, a mile or two that way. And then I was able to kind of get up here a little bit easier. But once you finally do get up here, you're so much further away from the bike, but I think it's easier to do it that way. That's a really nice X. I know someone said, like, all right, enough of the structures, we believe. But it's like, there isn't enough, you guys. You know, this gets boring for me too. All right, it's good in there. Oh, I got deer. That was a crazy movement there for a second, without knowing what it was. Like really moving fast uphill. And I couldn't get any color or anything. It just looked like it was black for a second. I mean, really moving he was. How cool would that be? You know, you see a Sasquatch, 40 miles an hour up a hill. Would be an amazing video. And like, even if you had it in perfect HD, there'd be some idiot that somehow is on a Bigfoot group that would discredit you, that just can't believe it, You guys, there's nothing to prove here. Just do it yourself. It's that simple. All you gotta do is come out here. Go in the woods. Go into a dense forest. They're everywhere. Nothing on this earth is wasted. The ocean, the forest, that's where all the stuff that we don't know about is. If you were something that the humans didn't know about, where would you be? You'd be active at night. you'd be in the forest or in the ocean, depending on your abilities. You know what? I'm just gonna run this. Let's go over here, and then I gotta try to get down a little bit. I'll tell you, it's miserable. Like, I was seeing structures, but I was not happy with where I was. I get into these places where I can see the Bigfoot trails and stuff, and I get happy. And you see the X's. That's a nice X. Oh man. So yeah, so Patreon, you guys, come on, help me out. I'm not begging either. I just want to get this. I want to be able to do stuff in the winter. I know I got a friend of my buddy in Alaska, wants us to come out. Amazing stuff happening out there. Like, I want to be able to do stuff like that. Do I want to travel? I hate traveling. It's not like, oh, he gets to go to Alaska paid. It's not like that for me. I just want to go where the Bigfoots are. I hate to travel, man. I really do. It sucks. Look at this, is new, okay? Now, whether that's an animal or whatever, something has just picked this all up. Like, really, I'm not kidding. It's all just mulched. Oh yeah, look at the X. That's a sick X right there. So yeah, go to Patreon. You guys give it like $1. I'm not going to be like, oh, that guy's so cheap. He only gave me. Are you kidding me? Like, just the point of it. It's like a gift you get at Christmas, Sometimes it's not exactly one, but it is the thought that counts. And that $1 helps a lot. I don't want to sound like some infomercial. But, if I got, 3,000 people to give me $1, which isn't going to happen, just because I don't think it's because people are cheap, it's just because they're lazy. They're like, I can't do it. You don't feel like filling your name out, and I understand, believe me, I really do. So I'm not mad at you guys either. That just can't deal. Maybe one day you guys will figure it out. I'll just do it real quick. It's not hard. And I also have a website. You guys can check it out. It's not really done, but we have it up. It's coloradobigfoot.net. And it links you to like all kinds of videos, and we'll be putting special stuff up there. You can watch live feeds there, all that stuff. I know it seems like summer to you guys, and it seems like summer to me right here. But where I gotta go, it's not summer yet. It's close. I think 3 weeks. A little less, maybe. Another X. Now, unfortunately, I'm just talking to my Patreon people. They saw me do a video from across on that mountain over there, which is miles from here. At least a mile, like straight across the air. And I don't know where I am. I'm trying to find this flat opening. And I could be a mile away, I could be 500 yards away, I'm not sure. And the problem is I don't have a lot of time. I gotta descend here. There's a blatant little star structure right there. I gotta tell you, I'm just sitting here thinking, just this right this second, this is just a thought I had. Like how fun it was to have like Nico out here. I'm sure it's gonna be fun to have Randy here, and it's too bad that this isn't something I couldn't do as a guide, because I love doing this, and especially when someone's here, then it's really fun. But it's the traffic, that was the point behind charging a little more money, is just to limit people. But I'm going to take a few more. So I have a few people that have, since the last time I said that, have contacted me, and they're trying to work stuff out or figure out prices and hotels or airfare or whatever. Now's the time. Summer's pretty good here, you guys. You can get good airfare, and it's not something that you really want to do. If you're going to spend your life savings, but if it's something you can afford. Or you just save the money, it's definitely going to be the best trip. I promise you. I will show you the best Sasquatch. And like I was telling Randy the other day, look at this. The triangle. I was talking to Randy, the guy's coming out. Hold on a second. Just get down here. Look at this too. Now I forgot what I was saying. I was telling Randy something, but I forgot. I've definitely been more in it than I have today. I mean, it's took a lot out of me today. What really is killing me is I just need to be 500 more yards. And there's some really good stuff up there. All right, so cool. Just a little investigation. Like I said, don't criticize me too much. I'm just kind of doing a little. This stuff is all important, you guys. I got deer below me. You know, even it's not quite as exciting for you guys to see visually, but I mean, this stuff is important to me. It kind of, everything starts to click over time, you know? Like, I know, I know literally that like 20 square miles of here by the back of my hand, more or less. There is spots that I can't get to, but, you know, like, so this does matter, you know, for some reason this will kick in, those aspens, you know, the weird stuff like that, which I see all the time, by the way. You know, it's all just a giant education. Look at this. It looks like water. I think water did that. Man, I gotta go up. See, that's the thing. I think I'm another 500 yards that way. I'm gonna have to do it a different day, from a different angle. So this is like a silt runoff. All right, bye. You see just how blatant these axes are. That forest right there is really good. There's little laners up there. It's really good. I tell you, I haven't heard a thing or seen anything today. You know, I've learned over and over it doesn't mean anything, but I'll tell you, I really feel like they're not around me today. I really do. I don't know if that means anything or not. I just don't see, I don't hear anything. Even on those days, you know, we'll get lots of unexplained, like there's just no guarantee it was too far away or something. You know, at least I get that, you know, and I kind of know what it is, but I'm not even getting those, like the distant vocals or the distant anything. This is a structure that, it's very simple. It's like a cross almost. And a lot of times the top one will bend. In this case, the big one's on top, but a lot of times I see it. Actually, that's not the one I wanted. Where is it? Right there. See, it's just leaning on top. A lot of times it'll be the smaller one over top, and the smaller one will be bending. These look like fences to me. I figured I'd just film. I'm heading out of here, but you can see again I got hangouts, and I figured I would just see inside, film my descent, a little bit of it anyway. See how we got this stuff right, and then boom. It's just like there's no weeds, no grass, no nothing. It just gets walked on. It's like the guy paces back and forth here or something. Same thing out front. All worn out. Plenty of sun, you guys. It's not a matter of a sun thing. It's a matter of it's getting walked on a lot. It could be game. It could be. I don't know for sure. On this perch, it doesn't. The only thing that looks Bigfooty to me is this thing. Look how high up in the air that is. Is this little structure, and then there is lots of wearing, but the wearing doesn't look too much like Bigfoot to me, actually. Oh man, I should go into that forest right now. Tomorrow, another day. I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I'll just throw a quick video up for you guys. I guess that don't be too tough on me. I'm just this was hard today, and you know these investigations are important. You know, the ones that aren't. I'm not getting rocks thrown at me. I'm not getting barked at. I'm not getting whistled at. I'm not seeing amazing, like, elaborate structures, but I kind of know why now, and I know, It educates me. This forest right here, I believe it's just a little too thin. And they're clearly very active in here, but I think they come down from up top. You know, you go up there and it's just incredible up there. Wait till I show you guys some videos this summer from up there. That's going to be insane. Bird has been going crazy next to me for like 10 minutes. I'm not kidding. He's like an ADD bird. You know, I'm seeing a lot of these. Still, again, a lot of perches and hangout type of things. I couldn't swear anything here. It's a little different. It honestly could be a bunch of deer right there. I'm not sure. There's times when I'm sure, and there's times when I'm not sure. And if I'm not sure, I'll probably go to the deer, even if there's a structure there. Because I'm just seeing ground stuff. I'm not seeing, like, you know, I figured, you know, even if it's them and I'm wrong, but, you know, I'll just go with when I see the good X's over them, and, you know, then I call it a perch as soon as I got a structure or an X over top. So you guys, July 7th through the 9th, myself, Dan Carlson, Chad Kidder, and Callie Calico, Colorado Forest people, we are camping out in Bigfoot Universe. I believe, I'm going to go ahead and say it now, and you guys can say I was wrong. I believe that it might be one of the best videos ever shot in Bigfoot. I mean, this should prove, I don't even, look, I have no experience up there at night, guys. It's 20 miles away. I'm never going to be up there at nighttime by myself, probably. It is, oh man, they get you up there, it's all over. So anyway, it should be really exciting. So you guys mark that in your calendar. I'll have a video up, you know, as soon as we get back, you know, within a day. It's probably going to be a lot of footage and a couple different videos. I'm talking nighttime, you know, hopefully some clear video and audio, and, you know, just stuff that's going on and us being scared. And look, this is Bigfoot, I'm telling you. Look at that, just sitting there. These are the kind of gifts that people get, like quartz. And that is bizarre that I found that right there, because I'm not seeing any others. I think it's not too abnormal, but I've never just picked one up like that. I'm gonna keep it. Man, I have no idea where I am. Oh, okay, I'm way, oh my God, okay. Over and out, you guys, bye. All right, I'm back on track. All right, I'll say goodbye. I just want to show you this too real quick. The rest of the walking's going to get really, really tough. Check this out. You know, not all that exciting, but it's an aspen that's been broken uphill. You guys, this is steep here, okay? It just happened to go through a V and point that way. And then I get all these other random breaks too next to it that don't seem to have a bottom to them. You know, it's a real mess in here. That's all they're trying to do is create a mess. See this? I don't know what that is, but something's going on there. Something's going on there. You know, this is so steep that unless it's flat, like it is the top, and then there's this incredible place up in here that's like hidden. I think it's actually straight above me. I don't think that there are, you know, they just do these signs like they're not, you know, he's not here that much, and that's why I just feel like I haven't felt them. I haven't got any feelings. I haven't gotten any sounds. I asked them. There is an incredible X right there. Look at that. It's hidden, but you can see it. Look at this thing. Oh my God, isn't that? Again, I see the double, the X with the double all the time. See that? It's incredible. Yeah, there's another species that lives in the woods. Is it really that? Look at that blind. Look at that. Is it really that hard to believe, you guys? All of this land, I mean, of course they're in there. You think all this is for us? Nothing's wasted on this earth. Besides stuff that we waste. But no space, that's for sure. I think even in the middle of the desert, you know, there's animals, so. There's not much that goes to waste here. I was gonna turn this right off, but as I'm going down, I keep seeing more stuff. And that's pretty cool. Look at that X. That's unusual. I'm sure it means the same thing, but it's one giant tree and one thin one. Look how close I am to the highway. Look. And then I got that going on, whatever that is. It's not wind. I think sometimes it is. Like there's one that's blown over, then they add onto it. Footprints. See, that's tied up. I see that all too often. Too much. In Bigfoot universe, they have that, but it gets really elaborate, like really elaborate. See, I think they know. Like, if that was seen by a human, you know, that wasn't thinking about Bigfoot, no big deal at all. It just looks like wind, you know. And if it got any more complicated than that, you know, even someone that's not thinking Bigfoot may take a second look at that. And I believe they think like that. You know, they know us somehow. They know, you know, how we think and what we do. I just think them based on watching us and lots of time around us. And who knows what role they play. With humans, it could be way more extensive than we realize. All right, now here's a perch. Let's just check these out. These are definitely Bigfoot perches. These are definitely Sasquatch. See these? Look. See how they're round? They're all boxed. We're on a really steep hill. There's a trail way down there that you wouldn't be able to see. What am I seeing? Okay, deer again over that way. There's 3 of them. All right, I got like this kind of X thing going on here, Lena. It's cracked. And then bam. Box off hangouts, fences, you know, everything's tied up. To me, this is number one. This is the first. This is your first lookout point. You know, this is where. This is just a theory I have, and I just came up with it this second. But this is why I think people hear wood knocks, because I've noticed it, and Dan will tell you too. You know, I'll just say it was closer, like, you know, 100 yards that way, there was an entrance or a road or someone was coming. You know, that's when they turn around, they do whatever their noise is that way, and if it's, or sometimes a knocks will hit that tree, whack. And we hear it all the time just as we enter. So we know it's the number one perch sending a signal. And I believe the second he makes that noise, he clears and goes. I don't know, because half the time they're invisible, so who knows? There's another one right there. You know what I mean? So, be a good spot to zoom in on, because that's kind of where I came through, way up there. I was way up, went way up there and came down. I still couldn't, I still had a mile to go. I just couldn't find the time. Today, maybe tomorrow. I'm going out somewhere tomorrow. I just don't know where yet. Take a close look at that. Yeah, so number one perch, you know, bam, wood knock. Or sometimes a noise, like a loud noise. And it just goes right up, and I believe what it does is just any other beings that are above them, you know, immediately hear. And that's been my theory all along, is that there is a telepathy But I'm just guessing here that it's more of a one-on-one type of thing. Like a telepathy is, it's not a conference call. It's you got to kind of focus in and grab one person, which really makes a lot of sense to me. So I think if they want to, reach everyone at once, a loud noise, is the way to go, which the wood knock is just unmistakable. That's why people, that aren't into Bigfoot don't get it. Like when you hear a real wood knock, it's like a baseball bat, you guys. It's a distinct noise that cannot be made without blunt force, like, pop. When you hear that stuff, it's really good. All right, over and out till tomorrow.